Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a lot of work to do on a few of the RC cars. So let's get into it right after we roll this intro. Alright everyone, let me tell you what's going on. Unfortunately, I had this other intro film for you. I started out the video, I was like, man, here's the sledge. Next up on the bench is the sledge. We're going to be doing some upgrades. And unfortunately, the intro video I shot, which was also me discussing what I was going to do, and the time lapse, I don't know what happened. The files are corrupt and I can't use them. So I don't have any of that for you. Apologize. After I get done talking here, I'm going to cut into the video, which is me completing and showing you what I did to the sledge. That's still there. But for some reason, that first video and the time lapse, the file's corrupt. You know, this is why I usually replace all my memory cards at like the 2-year mark. The little contacts get worn out from going in and out of the camera, in and out of the computer. So, you know, there's a recurring cost to YouTube between that, paying for music and stuff like that, and equipment. You know, like tripods wear out, cameras wear out, or, you know, you break them, stuff like that. That's why I always ask, like, if you shop Amazon, use our store, get a commission, adds nothing to your cost. You know, buy the t-shirts, coffee cups. And also like, shares, comments, subscribe. That stuff's all free of charge. Even like using Amazon, it's free. It costs you nothing to go to my store and then shop Amazon. It adds nothing. And it's a good way to help the channel. I really do appreciate those of you that do that. Because like I said, there is recurring cost. So, you know, like I said, I try to keep my memory cards fairly new. But, you know, every now and then something happens and it sucks. It sucks to lose footage. But, yeah, I probably for my trip that I got coming up vacation, I'll be busting out some fresh, brand new memory cards. So I don't want to lose any of that footage. So yeah, so let's get into it. This video is gonna be nothing but pretty much me just working and fixing on the RC cars. So hopefully you'll appreciate that. After this, I really don't have a whole lot going on. Probably gonna be getting back on the Project Z28. We had the camping and the vacation, and I do want to give you guys a little thing. You know, I usually drop little Easter eggs throughout the videos. Either I say something or something in the background. You guys, you gotta watch and listen, because sometimes I drop hints. You know, KY Chevy caught on the one video about the Rustler. He said, "Hey, what do you think of the Rustler?" I hadn't revealed it yet, but he saw the box that was in the background. So if you watch some of my other videos, like I had the infraction box sitting in the background on one of these videos, and then even like the felony box before I revealed I even had them. So, you know, watch, like one vacation I went to, I had the globe on my desk turned to our destination. And I've already kind of dropped a hint where we're going on this one. So, yeah, guys, watch for those little Easter eggs. You know, I give little hints and that here and there on the video. So, all right, so... yeah, I just want to explain, you know, lost the footage, so there's going to be no time lapse. I'm just going to jump into the beautiful sledge here being finished. All right, check it out. Now, I thought I was finished, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, I forgot the fan. So that's not in the time lapse, sorry, but I mean, it's 4 screws plugging into the receiver. So I got the fan on here, try to keep this motor cooler. I know some people use bigger fans, or they're not really a big fan of the Traxxas stuff, but hey, it bolts right on. It's easy. So I'm going to run that for a little bit and see how it does. I did replace the receiver. I haven't got my warranty one yet. I just got tired of waiting on them. I did find one on eBay. Pretty good price, cheaper than what Traxxas or any of the hobby stores, which is usually price protected stuff. So it was cheaper, so I just went ahead and ordered it so I could go ahead and get this thing running. And then when I get my warranty one, I'll just have a spare, or I can use it in another vehicle, because I can bind basically like all my cars are running on one remote. So like all these receivers get binded to the remote, so I could run like 10 cars on one remote. So I could bring all 3 of my Traxxas cars with me and run them all on the same remote. So it's pretty handy. I like that feature. But man, check out the blue. Oh my god, look at that. Let's throw the body on. Now, you know, I said I wasn't really a big fan of this. They said this was the blue body and it's more black than anything else, but it is what it is. But check that out now. Instead of having that plain black wing back there. Look at that. Now it just stands out, man. I was always liked that big wing. I like the wing on the Creightons too, the Arma Creightons. So don't get me, it's not just a Traxxas thing, but I mean, I just like the way these wings look on the back of these things. But look at that, man. Check out the blue mud guards now. Check out how good these A-arms look, man. Look at that. That just really pops, man. Oh, I'm happy. I'm so happy. And I'm really happy because I wouldn't have found this otherwise. I broke a bolt in the back. I know a lot of people, I saw people complain about breaking the inner pins, or the inner bolts, whatever. No, the inside's pins. I never saw anybody say they broke the outer, but on this right rear, when I went to take the bolt out, and I'm like, wait a minute, I was getting confused, like I thought I already took it out, but no, there's no, the threads in that, it's totally gone, it's totally snapped and sheared off. I don't know how or when that happened. I mean, I did go mountain biking yesterday. I took this to the park, and man, I was running all over the place, hit a few jumps, but I mean, didn't crash, it didn't do anything, but yeah, so I'm glad I worked on this before this pin worked its way out, and something really got, I could just picture this thing came off at going 40 to 50 miles an hour. And good thing I had ordered, here's a good thing I had parts, because they're suspension pin kit front and rear. So I actually had the nut and bolt I needed on hand to go ahead and get my sledge back. But yes, good, I am happy. Shoes looking good. Gonna run a little cooler now with the fan. Good to go. Next up on the bench is the Rustler. Now I've done a few upgrades to this thing, and it's pretty much perfect. I'm happy with the way it performs and all that, but there's one problem with this vehicle. Look at where the tires and that sit on this versus the chassis. This is what they call LCG, low center of gravity chassis. And let me see here. So the problem you have with this, if you look at where the tires are, when you're ripping around through the dirt and these tires being up here so high above the chassis, it throws stuff into here. And literally when you get done running, you have like a bathtub just full of dirt and sand. And the last time I ran it, I actually had a stick stuck in the cooling fan for the ESC, and there's a whole lot of dirt into this fan. So, haha, they make a solution. There's several companies that make this. I got this one on Amazon. I'll leave it'll be a link in my store if you go down to the my Amazon store, the RC store. So I think it goes on something like this dealio here. Yes, that looks about right. And then you got two zippers here, so you can unzip, get your battery in here. And this basically, they give you the Velcro. So we're gonna have to figure out how to Velcro this to the chassis, which is weird because the chassis is really thin right through here, and this looks really thick. So I think this might need some trimming. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get this on. Let's see how this does, because I am tired of having a vehicle full of sand, dirt, twigs, and everything. And like I said, now it's messing with the electronics, getting into the fan and all that. So yeah, look at that. So we're gonna have to do some trimming on this Velcro, because this is not gonna work right there. Alrighty, let's go to the time lapse. Play some beautiful music for you. So that wasn't that bad at all. What I would do is use the bag here as a template. You can see this is a lot thinner here than over here, and that's to match the contour of the front. And then what I would do, lesson I learned on the other side, is cut your Velcro as long as the chassis here, and then cut another piece to go around the shock. Now it would be easier to remove the shocks. That's up to you. You can get it in with them in there. It would be easier without the shocks, but we got it. Oh, that's interesting. There's a piece of Velcro. Oh, I think I need another piece right there. Now on Amazon, the seller recommended using a heat gun to warm up the Velcro. He said that would give you the best adhesion, so that's why you saw me out there with the heat gun doing all that. Now yeah, this thing's gonna create more heat on the inside, so if you don't already have a fan on there, you probably should get one. These things, I've already had problems with this thing running hot as it was. See, once you had this thing on, you really, unless you're going in for some kind of maintenance, you really don't have to worry about having to fight this thing too much. Maybe if you're doing maintenance, you should be able to like unzip it. So I know it's gonna impact or possibly impact my runtime, and it's gonna, you know, create a little heat in there. But like I said, I do have the fan. So I'm not too concerned with it, but I'd rather, like I said, the last time I ran this thing, it had a stick stuck into one fan to where it stopped working, and then there was so much grass and debris in the other fan. I mean, it was kind of pointless. Now, I know some people complain that they said, oh yeah, it was still dirty inside. Yeah, the air has to get through, so dust will find its way through this thing. It's not, you know, weatherproof. So but it will keep the larger debris out, which is what I'm looking for. I heard one person complain too. So on the Amazon review, they said they had to cut a hole for the antenna. I don't see why. There's the antennas right here. There's the antenna. I mean, this bag is plenty loose. I mean, hell, I don't even have to undo the bag to turn this thing on. Except for I don't know where the switch is. Yeah, there it is. Look, there it is. It's on. So there you have it. Gee, I wish I could get this back to cinch in a little bit. So this might be a benefit. You take the shocks off so you can lock this back part down just a little bit further. That way you get this thing nice and tight. Yeah, man, there we go. Alright, this is job number 1 done. Alright, I guess I should show, just in case anybody's interested, if you know you need to remove a battery. That's going to be a big thing for some people. So, there we have it. You can just unzip one side, and if you want to, I mean, you can just reach over here, hit the power button, or like I said, I mean, you can hit the power button through there. Yeah, see, you can just pull this thing out, put the battery in here, clamp this thing down, plug it in, and then just zip it up. There you go, too easy. And next on the workbench, bam! We got the Infraction. We got some work to do to this bad boy right here. So number 1, what did I do with it? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Ah, here we go. The original pinion gear. Yeah, I'm gonna put that back in. The car, or the truck here, it's been running hot, and I've actually had to shut down, had to go retrieve it out of the street twice. So it's not that big of a difference. This is a, well, I guess it is. From the factory is a 15, and this is a 19 in here. So we're gonna go ahead and change out that pinion gear. I said I was painting the rear wing. It didn't quite come out how I thought it was going to, but I don't know if it's that bad. This is supposed to be a chameleon tricolor paint, so I don't know. I was actually looking for something that was teal. I was trying to match this color on the body, and then I got this, which I don't know. I'm think I'd rather it be clear than. I think maybe I'll get another one and we'll just put a clear one on here. But I definitely like it trimmed down. I do need to get some scissors that are angled, but yeah. All right, let's chop that up to experience. No, I don't like that at all. I saw somebody did an RC car body and they did a flame job and it was multicolor and it looked outstanding. It looked so beautiful. Obviously, I'm not that skilled. Okay, so I mentioned in my unbox that there's a place here for a brace, and now look at this. I found this on eBay. It's supposed to drop right in. Wow, that looks awful tight. It does look awful tight. Maybe you really gotta. Oh, okay. I guess you really gotta snap that thing in. Yeah, look at that. You almost don't need to screw that thing in there, but. Oh. So yeah, I found this on eBay. Carbon fiber. Look at that thing. That thing's gonna be beautiful. So we're gonna put that in there. We're gonna change out the pinion gear, and then I did do the servo, and I tried to drive it when I was at my dad's house the other day, and this thing is still crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the factory receiver. I'm gonna put this one by Dumbo in here because this actually, if you see there, says Gyro. So basically what that means is when we turn this thing on and we move it, the servo, the gyro in here will direct the servo to kind of help with the steering. So when this thing starts going crazy, this will help steering, kind of like its big brother, the Felony. Same thing with all the Traxxas. All the Traxxas cars have this. So we're going to add it to here and see if we can't add some stability to this little truck. Alright, let's run the time lapse and some beautiful music for you to enjoy. Man, actually, dude, before I do that, look at these tires. Look at these things. They're absolutely shredded. I will say one thing. The rims look amazing on here, like the rims. But that's it. I am not impressed with these tires at all. They don't stick at all. These factory knobbies, which look like mini versions of the X-Max, do way better. They do way better sticking. It's just, these are some ugly wheels. So I think I'm going to do speed run or anything like that. Or if I'm going to do speed run, go out for speed, I'm putting these on. If I'm just going to do some donuts around the house, these things are perfect because they drift fine. But for high-speed traction, no, I do not like these things at all. I even did some donuts, try to warm them up, get them sticky, and no, I don't like those. Oh, also, I think I mentioned before, yeah, these wire holders here will hold that. This thing's not quite long enough to do, but I can lock in one wire, something like that, if need be, but it's fine. Alright, let's get this thing dialed in. As usual, it took way too long to do something that should have been simple, but hey, we got it. I had to remember how to turn on the gyro, and then the gyro wasn't acting right, so then I had to go back and look at how to reverse it. So this is what I'm talking about. So like now if the car skids, see it counter steers. So now if we start a slide, this is going to be more responsive because it feels what's going on versus like when you're steering, especially when the car's far away. When you hit the gas, you can't tell it's fishtailing. So this is going to make the car way more stable. So we got the Dumbo radio installed with the gyro. Then we have our beautiful carbon fiber center brace to make this thing a little more rigid. That went in there very nicely. I changed the pinion gear, and then I went ahead and upgraded this fan. The original fan in here wasn't moving any air. I mean, I stuck my hand here. I couldn't feel anything, and the motor was still getting really hot to the touch. So I had one of these. I actually bought it as a spare for the Rustler. This by ProTech. So I actually put that fan in there. And when I plug this thing in, you'll understand why this thing moves more air. You'll hear this thing. And I could feel so yeah, that bad boy there's moving some air. But it took some modifications. The screws that came out didn't fit, so I had to go inside and find screws to fit. The fan wouldn't go all the way in, so I had to take the case inside and file. There's ribs, 3 ribs on each side that I had to file away to get the fit. And then there's 3 ribs on either side that I just took cutters real quick and cut it, so that way the fan would come up. And then these screws stuck down just a little too much. I had to snip the tips off so they wouldn't dig into the motor. And then the hole for the fan wires is on this side, and then this lead wouldn't reach, so then I had to go back inside, drill the hole here so I could run the wires out here so I'd have enough wire to power the fan. So yeah, several trips inside just to take care of this. This is something I didn't even think I was going to do, but when I was sitting here and I looked over here on the wall at the fan, and I'm like, yeah, I really need to, because that fan that was on it was not keeping this motor cool. So between having a better fan and a smaller pinion gear, we should be good. I mean, honestly, I'll be good with this thing going slower, because it's freaking scary, man, going that fast. So, man, there we go. All right, so I think the infraction is done. Unless something breaks, I have no desire to do anything else to the car. I mean, I did kind of want this brace. I mean, they put the provision in there, so that's good. So we got the brace, and like I said, so I got the braces to upgrade, the fan, the motor, and the ESCs all upgrades. Oh, you guys notice I did move it back here where the original one was. There's a couple of indents down here in the plastic that just made this thing, and it was turning, and it was starting to get kind of close to this drive shaft. So I figured for safety it's just better to put it up here where it's secure. You know, look at that, I can pick the hole. So there we have it. All right, so now I can't wait. I gotta let the Loctite dry on that pinion gear. Then we're gonna take this thing out and see how the new gyro stuff works. Check out the backlight, man. What do you think of that? Isn't that not cool? What, I've always wanted to do something like that. But look, this video is at 23 minutes, so I'm only going to go ahead and cut this short because I don't want to make it any longer. So I'm going to try to wrap this up in a minute and a half, rapid fire here. So I took the green truck, the Infraction, out, drove it. The gyro did its job. It's driving phenomenal. It's going down the road straight. The fan's keeping the motor cool. It's still getting a bit warm. You know, it's tempting to put that bigger pinion gear in there and aim for some faster speeds, but I think I might just be asking for trouble and might make the situation, you know, trying to drive it straight difficult again. But it's doing great. But other than that, I'm not going to have any more RC car content stuff for you. There's no cars I want to buy. There's no more mods to be done. So if I do have anything, it might be a minute of me using the car or fixing the car, stuff like that. So if you're not into the RC car stuff, hooray, good for you. Not going to have any more videos of that stuff like that. I'm not going to buy anything new, and I'm not going to be... Everything's modded the way I want it to, and there's nothing else I want to buy. So it's going to kind of wrap that up. That's why I said a while back that I was kind of done making videos because I really didn't have anything. But then the bug bit me to get the Cloudbuster fixed, and then I started getting into new cars. So here's where we're at. But, you know, we've had just a stupid amount of rain, so I haven't been able to get Project Z28 out, but I will get that out. I need to fix the GTO, and I know I keep saying this, like beating a dead horse, but I have a camping trip coming up. hopefully I can get some hiking done. It all depends on how well my back wants to cooperate, and it really hasn't been cooperating a lot lately. So I do have a procedure coming up here another month or two. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. I got to see the doctor first, but it's an ablation where they basically just go in and cut the nerves in your back, and so we're going to see how that works. Is all this bicycle riding to lose weight has really aggravated the back, and it hasn't hurt this bad ever really, unless I've actually fully herniated the disc. So, but the good thing is I'm maintaining weight with the little bit of cycling I'm doing and just moderate eating, you know, just calming down what I eat and stuff like that. So I really do want to do some hiking and bring it up, but you know, I'm still just mad and upset over the Appalachian Trail, and it's still just something I still, you know, I can't promise anything, but it's still something I'm looking at hopefully doing, maybe, because next year my cars will be paid for, then her car is going to be paid for, and that's after that was when we planned on heading out full time. So next year really is my last opportunity to kind of do this if I want to. So looking at it, I can't make any promises, but so maybe that'll happen. I don't know, but until then, you know, it's just gonna be wait and see. So I do have, like I said, the camping trip, vacation, so got some good stuff. We will be working on real cars. So all right, everyone, thank you for supporting and let me share my love and passion, my reignited passion with these RC cars. If you're one of the ones that kept telling me to make videos, man, where have you been? I haven't seen you in the comments. So where you been? I've been making videos and I ain't heard from nobody. So chime in down below. So make sure you hit that thumbs up. Check out the links down below. Get you some discount codes, and there's some really great ways of helping the channel. So like I said, thank you for letting me share this RC car stuff. It's gonna pretty much trickle out now. There's nothing left to do with them, so we'll get back into some life videos. And ladies, I'll have a garden update for you on the next video after this, so don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. So alright, everyone, take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.